Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt and I help people overcome retroactive jealousy. In this video, I want to share with you 4 powerful ways you can improve your communication with your partner, especially while you are suffering from retroactive jealousy, while you're going through the struggle. I understand the pain that we're feeling along the way with RJ. When we are feeling a lot of negative emotion, it can be very hard to communicate clearly with our partner. Especially when, again, our emotions have taken a hold of us and we just don't want to hear from anybody, right? We almost want peace, we almost want silence, but of course our relationship's continuing and we need to continue to, grow and expand in our relationship. It's also tough sometimes too when we've had these thoughts so much and play these movies in our head over and over again, we almost start to like resent our partner almost. Again, this is an illusion. This is created by RJ, but almost during a communication, if it's just a one-on-one conversation, sometimes we almost feel like this resentful factor. And so I want to share with you ways in which you can overcome any of these barriers in communication or anything like that when it comes to you suffering from RJ, and how you can continue to expand your relationship and grow your relationship and improve your communication with each other, even while going through this struggle with retroactive jealousy. So we'll get to that in today's video. But before we do, if you could take a quick moment and smash the like button, that'll activate YouTube's algorithm and get the video out to more people that really need to see it. So I'd really appreciate it. And of course, if you want more help in overcoming retroactive jealousy, I got some awesome courses below in the links in the description below. I'd love to personally help you overcome retroactive jealousy. So please check out those links. I think those courses will benefit you very greatly. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is making I statements instead of you statements. So when we are, of course, wrapped up in RJ, feeling a lot of anxiety, we tend to initially blame our partner, right? Like automatically, we externalize our lives. That's how it is. That's how it is with everything. We like to externalize everything when really nothing external is the cause of any of our suffering. It's always everything internal. And so we can very easily, if we're feeling a certain way towards our partner or having a conversation with them, and maybe they said something that hurt our feelings, or you feel that they haven't been on the same line of communication with you, or haven't been very in touch with the way you feel. Sometimes we're very easy to say, if you're having a conversation, like, you don't care about my feelings, or you don't care about how I feel, or you. We start with you. And so immediately we externalize. Immediately we put all the pressure on them. You don't care. Now, that's not necessarily true, right? That, again, we externalize our lives when everything is internal. So we always need to take ownership of the fact that this is a you problem, it's a me problem, it's an I problem. So we have to start our statements with I. And this will create a more space in the conversation to keep it kind of flowing and to actually come to terms and set boundaries and come to actual results rather than just playing the pointing game. So instead of saying, you don't care about my feelings, you can say, I feel like you don't care about my feelings. I feel like you don't take an interest in the things that I'm saying. I feel like you, okay? Because again, we don't know for sure whether they care or not. We can't externalize. We can't put that pressure on. But when we give them that space and we say, this is how I am feeling, this is how I feel about you, we create a little more space for maybe the communication to clear up, maybe for an apology if there needs to be an apology. But it's just a lot more calmer of a response. Like, it's still something you need to talk about. Like, hey, I feel like you don't care, but I feel like you don't understand what I'm going through, right? That's probably a big one. I feel like you don't understand what I'm going through. But it allows the space for the partner to communicate to you and to come to a resolution when we again take responsibility for how we feel by say I feel instead of you. Okay, again, very powerful, and this will progress in your relationship and actually continue to build it when you have that kind of open chain of communication. And you're willing to put that initial I into the conversation and start it with I instead of just immediately pointing to you. So the second one, powerful way to improve communication with your partner during this is to set clear boundaries. And I think this is important. If the past is not something right now that, I get a lot of questions sometimes. Let's say this. I get a lot of questions sometimes where people will go, my partner loves talking about the past. They love it. They love it. They love it. They love it. And I just can't get a hold of my RJ when I'm constantly like worried to have a conversation with them because I think the past is going to come up. And I think look, it's completely okay to set that boundary and say, hey, let's not talk about the past. I've seen plenty of relationships and people say that. Let's just leave the past out. Let's talk about us in the future and beyond. Let's not live back there. Let's live now and, moving forward. And so if you need to set that boundary, that's absolutely okay to do. There's no harm in that. And that takes the pressure and almost the fear out of the equation of I can't have a conversation with my partner because I don't know if the past is going to come up. And it even creates a scenario where if you and your partner have that mutual respect, that even if you're out with friends or somebody and someone brings out the past or something, both of you can work to steering clear of the conversation or changing the topic, you know what I mean? But creating boundaries in a conversation really, truly can be very powerful and will really, truly improve not only your communication, but can help you kind of get a grip on your retroactive jealousy in order to move forward, in order to put in the steps you need to overcome it. And then when you do overcome it, these conversations about the past, they won't be an issue for you anymore. You won't experience that emotion that comes up, so there won't be any need. But if you need to set that boundary, absolutely, totally okay to do. The next one I want to talk to you about is kind of a fun one. I think it's fun. But while we're experiencing retroactive jealousy, there always tends to be times where we're feeling really good sometimes and really not so good other times, right? And sometimes our partner sees the worst in us. And we, again, externalize all our frustration out on them, or all of the pain we're going, we put it out on them. And again, when we do this, it's going to create a lot of tension in the relationship. And the problem is maybe the next day while we're away from our partner, we have a moment of calmness. And in that moment of calmness, we go, God, I wish my partner was right here in front of me so I could say I love you and say I'm sorry, say something to them, to tell them how much they really mean to me, to tell them that what's going on with me is very irrational, but I'm working on it and I'm trying to improve myself, right? So I always say, don't be afraid to send a quick text message. When you're feeling good and in those moments and you're not with your partner and you're really feeling the love, send them a message. Say I love you. Say those things. Give them a quick call. Say I love you. I have somebody that I know that was leaving notes. They said in the morning they always felt their best. And then towards the evening was when the RJ would really grab hold, but his wife was never awake in the morning. And so when he left for work every day, he would write a note, just a paragraph note, whatever, a few sentences that just said, hey, I love you so much. Thank you for being my partner in life. Thank you for being by my side while I go through this. I promise I'm getting better. It is getting better already. Whatever, and left it for her. So she could see hey, that clear chain of communication that, hey, he does care. He does. He's going through a lot right now. But there's moments where they can see the actual true side of our relationship and the true love that we share away from this condition. And so that's very, very important, I think, to just continue to improve your communication with your partner while going through this struggle, is in the times where you're feeling good and times where the retroactive jealousy is calmed and you kind of get those rational moments of what am I even doing, right? Sometimes they come for 5 seconds and they're gone. But in that moment when you're feeling it, send a quick message to your partner and let them know how much you mean to them. Because again, we probably drive our partner crazy. If this retroactive jealousy, especially when it's new and it's fresh and we're still kind of learning how to handle it, we probably drive them crazy with the amount of questions and concerns and things that we bring up to them and the poking and the prodding. So make sure you show the love you have for them in any spare time you have by telling them, either it's through a note, a text, a quick call, whatever it is. The last one I want to talk to you about is kind of one where you really got to put forth the effort. Again, all these you got to put forth the effort, but this is one where you really kind of got to step out of your comfort zone. And we've talked about the comfort zone a lot recently on this channel about, again, every day trying to step out a little more, because the more we step, the more we grow. And the more we grow, the less retroactive jealousy has control in our lives, because the more confidence we gain, the more secure we feel, et cetera, et cetera. And so in the moments when you're having a conversation with your partner and you do not feel like communicating, and you don't feel like engaging, but your partner does, they want to talk to you, and you really feel the anxiety just leave me alone, I need to be alone with my thoughts, I just need to stop, just need you to stop talking. In those moments, you need to take a breath, put your hands down, and engage with your partner anyway. Start taking the action now. Get into the conversation and engage with them. And if you continue to do that, your emotions will follow suit, and then you will actually want to be in the conversation. You'll be thankful that you did. And that's very important. And a lot of the times when we're going through retroactive jealousy, there's a lot of stuff we don't want to do. And we take a step back and say, no, I don't want to. No, hanging out with my friends, no, not right now. Oh, doing this, that sounds exciting, but no, not right now, right? We put our life on hold. We do these things. Even in careers and business, I've worked with a lot of people that, oh, I'm due a promotion, but I don't want to get promoted yet because I want to make sure I'm out of RJ before, and again, when we start putting our life on hold and putting these things on hold because of retroactive jealousy, we're letting that condition win. We're letting that condition beat us. And no, we want to be the ones that claim the victory over this thing. So when you really don't want to communicate with your partner and your partner wants to have a conversation and you're not in the middle of something important, there's no reason, stop what you're doing, take a breath, go against what your emotions are saying and engage with them anyway. Engage, have the conversation, talk. It's going to be uncomfortable at first, but eventually, again, this goes back to what we've been talking about with breaking the habit of being yourself and Dr. Joe Dispenza material. Your emotions have to follow. Certain neurons in your brain will start firing, and your emotions will have to follow suit to the action that you're taking when you continue to do it. Will it be instant? No. But over time, it'll get better and better and better. And again, you'll start stretching that muscle more, working out that muscle more, and it'll get easier and easier and easier for you to communicate with your partner. It's almost that idea of fake it till you make it. Even if you don't want to have a conversation, fake it. Do it anyway. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And that will start actually manifesting in your experience as something that you enjoy doing, and that the joy and the satisfaction is there, and then it's going to prove the relationship you have with you and your partner. So that wraps up today's video of my 4 powerful ways to communicate with your partner. Make sure you're making the I statements instead of you statements. Set clear boundaries if you need to in your communication to not bring up the past or things that might bother you. Again, when you're feeling good and your partner's not around, you're getting those moments of calmness, leave a note for them, send a text message, make a quick call, tell them how much they mean to you. And the last one, if you just don't feel like communicating at all and your partner wants to yap, guess what? Take a breath, swallow your pride, and yap right back. Take that action and your emotions will follow suit, and you'll be glad you did. If you enjoyed the video today, please take a moment and smash that like button so we can get the video out to more people that need to see it. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Click the notification bell so you are alerted every time I post a new video. Again, if you want more help in overcoming retroactive jealousy, I have an awesome course. It's called my Retroactive Jealousy Master Course. It combines every course I've ever done, on overcoming retroactive jealousy. It combines them all in one, and it is the most powerful set of information in defeating retroactive jealousy. You are going to get to the other side of this thing, and all the answers you need are in this course. Plus, it comes with 90 days of free email coaching with myself. So if you have any questions along the way, run into any roadblocks, whatever it is, I am there to help you. I'm just an email away. So please check that out below. I've got a good special going on, just a limited time only. So please sign up before that limited time offer has expired. That's it for me for now, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next video.